Hey there everyone, it's Mouse Plays and welcome back to this YouTube video. Today, I am going to be teaching you 10 build hacks to make your starter base look a lot better. Please note that this is the first part of a series where we will be covering both the exterior and the interior, and today is just the exterior. So this inside will be covered in a later video, which should be out in a couple days after this video. But first, before we do edits to this build, which as you can see, is probably what your starter base looks like. Just a basic box, oak planks or any type of wood, some doors, some torches, and some windows. That's about it. So we're basically just going to be going over some build hacks to make your build look a lot better. So let's go on over to our build hack area and I'll show you the first build hack. The first build hack is to add depth to your building. Now when we have a standard box, we can't really do much with it. So make sure you add depth so that you can edit your build around that depth. It just makes it a lot easier to do, and it just makes your build look a lot better. So that you could have little exteriors coming out, coming in, all sorts of that stuff. Because when you look at houses in real life, you don't see them being a single box. You see them with depth. So that's why you should add depth to your builds. And I guess we'll go ahead and add some depth right now to our box. So I've gone ahead and finished adding some depth. So now I will already say that it looks a lot better. Again, ignore the windows. But now we're going to go on to our next build hack. And the next build hack is actually 2 in 1. So 2 is to use stairs as roofs, which looks a lot better than just a flat roof, as again we have over there. And then there's also one to mix and match different wood types. So as you can see here, we have birch, and then it becomes oak stairs, and then a birch slab. It just looks a lot better than plain old oak, as you can see here. It just adds some color to your build, which can make it look a lot better and pop out. So now we're going to go ahead and apply this to our starter house over there. Let's go. And as we can see here, I have gone ahead and finished the roof of our house, which is looking a lot better. And I forgot to mention earlier, you can cap off your roofs using slabs if you feel as though you can't build any more layers, which at this point I would say cap it off with slabs. Now that we've done this, let's go on to our next build tips. Use logs. This is very important, as it basically allows you to have more depth. So say I were to have just a regular old basic corner, it doesn't look too good, but the logs add depth to it and give it some change so that it just looks a lot better, so you're not just looking at plain old oak planks. It's a pretty simple one, and I think we can go ahead and implement that right now. And there we go. So now I've turned all of the corners into logs, and I think it looks a lot better now. So let's move on to our next build tip. Coming at number 5, we have used lanterns. Using lanterns is actually very important in your build because they look a lot better than torches. But before we put in our lanterns, how are you going to put the lanterns on your house? So, to do that, you're going to have to overhang your stairs. Now, I know that this might be a little out of order, but I realized that we need to do this in order to complete the next step. So you can use either stairs or you can use slabs. Either one you like better. I preferably like slabs, but you can also use stairs. So we're going to go ahead and implement this one before we do the lanterns. So let's go do that right now. And just like that, our overhangs are done. Now we can do the original step, which would be, again, using lanterns. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of these, and I'm going to show you how to use them on your house. And just like that, the lanterns are on the house. And as you can see, this starter house is already starting to look really good. So now we're going to go ahead and do the next build hack. The next building hack is surprisingly to use window boxes for your flowers, because this actually adds depth to your build. And like we said in the first tick, this is the best thing you can do for your build, is to add depth. So I'm going to go ahead and add some window boxes to my house. Let's go do that. So I've gone ahead and added some window boxes. Now again, you can add different flowers if you'd like. I just decided to do cornflowers because I really like cornflowers. But as you can see, these look really good, especially when there's actually windows there, which I think is what we're going to do next. So let's go talk about that. This one's a biggie. Use symmetric glass. You want it to look symmetric from the outside and the inside. Mainly the inside. But we're going to go ahead and do this because other ways it looks pretty bad. So I'll go give you an example. If we come up to our house, and I'm actually going to go inside for this one, you can see that the windows reach the ceiling, which doesn't look good. So you're going to want to do this. You're going to take that, boom. This looks good. No contact on the top. And also, preferably, no side contact. So windows like these would look very good because they don't contact any corners inside or out. Because if we go outside, if I can get out, you can see that the windows on the window boxes are up against the windows, but they're not reaching to the sky. See, that would be a bad one. This is good. It just looks a lot better. Because now the windows will not reach the ceiling and look disgusting inside the house. Or outside either. As you can see, if we come inside now, the windows all look good. So now we're going to go on to our next build tip. Our next build tip is to use paths. Path blocks are the best block you could ever use in the beginning of the game for decoration. If I go get a shovel right now, This is literally all you need to make path blocks. No special tools required, just your shovel. There's no diamond or netherite requirement. It even works with a wooden shovel. It's the best terraforming in the beginning, which is what we're going for. We're not going for expensive, we're going for cheap and easy in the beginning. So now we're going to go ahead and use this on our server. So our house is looking really good right now, but one more thing I'm going to do is go and add the next and final item. This one is a big one. Mismatch blocks. Basically, now this may work better for cobblestone, but what you can do is mismatch your blocks so that they look better and more unique. Like it's not just been thrown together at once. It looks old and cool, and that's what you want. So, having this, if we go back to our house, we're going to do some mismatching. And just like that, we have completed our starter house. And in my opinion, I like this a lot. Just by doing 10 simple building tricks, you can turn a simple wooden box into a nice starter house that looks good. It may not be the best, but that's not what you care about. You care about ease, because it's the beginning of the game. And these 10 build hacks will help you compare the ease to the design. It helps it look fancy and nice while also being on a budget, as you are in the beginning of your game. So this has been the exterior episode, and next episode we are going to be doing some interior decorating. So I'll see you next time. Bye!